Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Walk MD. I'm Dr. Brian Kendall.
And I'm Dr. Brittany Bankhead.
And this is your cure
for boring conversation.
And it is Friday the 13th.
Dun, dun, dun.
Although I know when this episode airs, it's going to be past that. But we are currently in it. And we just had our first kind of like Friday the 13th kind of thing happen. It was like very unlucky.
We did.
Hopefully we're...
Unlucky is putting it lightly.
It was a cool special episode that we had recorded.
We did. And it was, we laughed hard.
Yeah.
There were tears on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
It was like one of those life-changing episodes. And now it's
gone.
It's nowhere.
It failed to save as we were closing it. And and now it's like just
forever
gone.
But here's
it's
the
sad.
deal. You know what?
What?
You're gonna be impressed.
Oh, are we going the optimist route?
I'm about to make lemonade out of lemons. The worst lemons.
Let's hear it.
If nothing else, it was just a reminiscing conversation between you and I.
It was a great conversation.
Right?
It was very good.
Now, the next time we record it, it's not going to be as good. Because we're going to be like, and then one day,
that's right.
There's going to be
We've
no
already
emotion.
Talked about it all.
But
maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be shorter.
At worst, we had a conversation.
We had a good conversation. That's right. And that's what Coffee Walk is all about.
Oh, there's the segue.
That's the segue.
There it is.
So, tell the people what you're drinking for the second time.
I am drinking just a tea today on our coffee walk.
Yeah.
It's a tea walk.
Tea walk.
In a Iceland mug. If you're here on YouTube, I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's an Iceland mug. Our trip to Iceland was when we were divorced.
Yeah.
Newly divorced over Thanksgiving. And it was so fun.
It was. We
it's
had
like
a great
another
time.
planet.
It is.
It's a baller place.
Very highly recommend. It's a great trip. I am drinking out of the South Carolina mug today and drinking a London Fog, which I never really knew existed until a month or two ago. And I was like, this is great.
We love a London Fog.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
All right. So welcome back to another episode here. And we're going to go on our coffee walk.
Yep.
This is how Brittany and I after being married and then divorced and then remarried, how we keep the conversations fun, but also very flowy and also very, we have some very serious conversations too on our coffee walks, but we hope that the models that we use here can inspire you to go on your own coffee walks. And these are the topics we're talking about today. So what are those?
So the framework, it's not topics, it's framework.
Framework.
Thank you for correcting me. Current events, 1 for 1, which apparently is a new thing.
It is a new thing because it's the end of the week. So we're going to do, it's called 1 for 1. I'll tell you about it.
This is new to me.
Good.
And then mailbox.
Yeah.
Do you know what this makes me think of?
What?
From
Blue's Clues?
Yeah. Where he's like, here, I think I remember the whole thing. Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail.
When it comes, I come to yell, mail!
That is...
Benny,
our dog is looking at us
judging
like,
us right now.
Y'all are the weirdest people.
I know.
And now he's licking his butt. Okay. Cool. I hope someone tunes in right at that moment.
Yes.
And they don't know who actually licked their butt.
Who's licking their butt?
Yeah.
This is another reason to name our next dog Grandpa. It would be a great...
I will never get over that.
I know. Okay, so current events. What is currently going on in your life, Brittany? What do you got? What do you got going down?
So... yesterday, we got some info that there is a Stryker cyber attack from Iran, possibly.
A Stryker cyber attack sounds straight out of Terminator, I'll be honest.
I've never seen Terminator.
Yeah.
I have no desire to. However, this is scary.
Yeah, it's like legit, like an actual cyber attack.
Of what can happen, and, being in healthcare, you're like... Oh boy. I know that the institution that we moved away from, they had a big cyber attack right after we left. And I just remember talking to colleagues and it just totally uproots the system.
Yeah.
And the thing is, patient care doesn't stop. But also, if you think about it, being cyber attacked really just takes you all the way back to what medicine used to be like.
Yeah.
Do you remember
No
the days?
technology.
Yeah, no technology. And in some ways, like charting, I don't hate it.
Charting is way easier with
It's
T-sheets,
so
money.
so much
Yeah.
easier with regular pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Ordering so much easier.
Yeah.
Takes so much less time.
Yeah.
Oh, big fan. But then, there's other internal processes that are difficult. So, I don't love it, but also like at the end of the day, these hands,
You got to they can
They can-
cyber attack or no, those hands can save
we
lives.
can keep working. I don't know. It was just interesting and definitely one of the current events that I was thinking about.
Yeah. I definitely agree. It's interesting to me too. It brings up that whole point of like we have gotten so technologically advanced with a lot of things in medicine, but the administrative side of things and the charting and all of that, it really slows things down.
it is wild.
It's supposed to make things faster, but it does not.
0%.
It is. You spend all of your time in front of a computer now instead of your time in front of the patient.
Absolutely.
Which I loathe.
I remember my prelim surgery intern year was the year that they were going from paper charting to computer charting.
Yeah.
And my program director goes, "All right, we're going to do a prospective trial on this whole thing." And so he goes, "Britt, sit down and log in." And so he had my co-resident write an order for potassium, which literally involves pulling up the paper chart, writing K,
Yeah.
and then signing it.
Yeah.
Right? But I had to sit down, log in, find the thing, click on the buttons, log in again,
Yeah.
blah, 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 go through all the things.
Oh.
It took forever.
Yeah, it
And he's
does.
like, there's like a 3.5 minute difference
Yeah.
for putting in an order for potassium.
Yep.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He was not wrong.
Totally agree.
Okay, what about you?
Well, so right now it is Friday the 13th. And so here's what I want to know.
Okay.
Are you superstitious? Do you get freaked out by Friday the 13th?
First of all, what's the movie where they're like, "I'm just a little stitious"?
A little stitious. Is that a movie or is it just a saying? I don't know. But I've definitely heard I'm just a little stitious.
I'm just a little
but
stitious.
I don't know
Not
what.
superstitious, but a
I'm a
little
little
stitious.
stitious.
Also, my stomach is making wild noises.
I can't hear it.
You can't?
No, I don't hear it.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing. So, no, I am 0% superstitious. I would go on the 13th floor of a building.
Yeah.
I would be in OR 13.
Yeah.
I would, even though we don't have any of those.
Yeah.
We don't even have an ICU room
I
13.
know. No 13s.
It's like permeated
Yeah,
culture.
it
They don't
is.
do it. I
Yeah.
love 13.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it at all. Not
we
afraid.
we have a 13 in our hospitals. There's a bed
Really?
13. But yeah, it is very interesting. I think in the ER there have been studies on things like does a full moon affect what comes in and all of that. And it's interesting because there is something there of
Yeah.
like, yeah, it kind of does
Yeah.
actually, like the full moon. I don't know about the day necessarily, like the 13th, but I have definitely worked some shifts where it's like Friday the 13th and it is a crazy shift, and it's just easy to blame it on that. It's kind of it's not like, oh, there's something. It's just, oh, it's Friday the 13th, so it's just gonna be like this. So that
I don't
yeah.
believe in that.
yeah,
Nope.
I'm a little stitious, not
Stitious?
superstitious.
No.
Yeah. All right, 1 for 1. So
Yeah.
here's the deal.
Okay.
It's the end of the week.
Okay.
Nobody wants to sit through, me. I don't want to sit through you telling me all the things that happened
Heaven
throughout
forbid.
your week. Yeah. You definitely don't want to sit through me telling all the things that I did this week. So you get 1 minute to summarize your week, and then I get to ask for one question to get more detail about one of the things that you did. And then
Okay.
vice versa. So it's called
Okay.
1 for 1. Came up with this myself. Patent pending.
It wouldn't actually be a patent.
I know. I just like to say that. Makes me think of The Simpsons.
You need some intellectual property law
yeah,
education.
I do need some of that. You've got
Am I
that.
right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so summarize your week for me. I'm going to set a timer.
Okay.
And you got 1 minute on the clock.
I don't think you're going to need that
to
much.
get me through. Okay, you ready?
Let me tell you something. You're not
Tell
going to
me.
need that much.
Okay, well, we'll
I'm gonna
time you just
summarize
in
my
case.
week.
All right, I'm going to put the stopwatch.
Okay.
Ready, mark it, set, go.
I finished planning our daughter's birthday party. I had some Modern Mom Lab updates and meetings. I went to clinic, did some important things there in our trauma surgery clinic. And then I took night call, and you know what I did?
What?
Saved a life.
You saved a life.
And
Good
that's
for you.
it. That's
That's
the
it.
end.
That was your week. Wow.
all you need to do.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
That's pretty good. Very good. All right. I want to hear, well, I guess you can't really talk much about saving the life. How, like, let's talk in generalities.
Okay.
Take me into the OR.
Okay.
When, let's say, you have a patient come in that's a car accident and they are severely hypotensive, meaning their blood pressure is like really low. Mm-hmm. How do you fix that? Like, what's your approach? And then, like, what would you...
Didn't we just talk about this, though?
Did we? I don't think
Yeah,
we
I
did.
mean, you wanted me to...
Oh, I guess like taking me in
Yeah.
the OR, I guess. I guess we
Yeah.
kind of did.
So what,
okay,
but
so
what
then Modern Mom
specifically...
Lab.
No, but what
Okay.
specifically do you have a question about?
Well, I
Because you're
want
trying
to
to
know...
make it general, but
well,
I can
like,
make it general. I won't be HIPAA anything.
I know.
What
Well,
would your
like,
question
I
be?
guess my question would be, do you... I guess you got, like, how do you take out a spleen? That's where I'm really getting at here. Like, I want to know. Like, inquiring
You don't
minds
even
want to
know
know.
how I saved a life.
I don't even
but
know.
That's what comes to
but,
mind.
like, that's what comes to mind. Like, I think of, like, because you always talk about, like, oh, spleen in the bucket. Like, that's,
Yeah.
you know, like, that's what happened. They had
Yeah.
the bad bleeding and
They
stuff.
have a spleen and now
they
they
have
don't.
a spleen and now they don't.
Yeah.
So, but now they're alive. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, like, how hard is it to take out a spleen? Is it, like, really, because you make it sound like it's super easy. Like, if I were to come in, and, like, I got privileges to sit in your OR and, like, be able to, like, do hands-on stuff, like, would I be teachable to take out a
Yeah,
spleen?
you would be teachable.
I could be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we'll teach like a 2 and a 3 how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is where you ended.
Whatever.
That's as much training
my
as you
word.
had.
Yeah, I think I could. I think I could take out a spleen.
Anybody could.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Is it like a little snip and it's out? Or are you having to, like... No.
No, the hardest parts are, number one, their hemodynamic status is
Yeah.
hard. And so when you're doing this as a trauma case, whether it's penetrating or blunt, meaning the type of reason it happened, you tell the residents your first thing is to pack. So whatever's happening, you pack, get the bleeding to at least tamponade for a minute, and then you look at anesthesia and you say, all right, we're packed off, get caught up.
For those
And you
who
give
don't
them a
understand what
minute.
she's talking about, they're literally taking towels
Yeah.
and they're shoving them inside your abdomen
To make it stop.
to make it stop bleeding.
Yeah.
Applying
You haven't
pressure to
fixed
make it stop bleeding.
anything.
Yeah.
All you've done is take out the clot and the other blood, and then you shove it
Yeah.
and make it stop
Make
for
it
a
stop.
second.
Yeah.
And then you go, I tell the residents, now let's go spelunking. Because that's what it feels like sometimes. Exposure is incredibly important.
Yeah.
So sometimes that means opening up the abdomen a little bit more. Sometimes it means taking down some adhesions or scar tissue. But not very often. Like a lot of the abdomens that we're in are going to be native. So like brand
had
new, and they
surgery
shouldn't have had surgery before. So that's the exposure part. And then it's a spleen. The reason why it can be for the younger group is because it's a lot of blunt dissection, meaning that the spleen is attached to the body inside by a couple of different attachments, but most of them you can kind of finger fracture your way through. Like you just kind of scoop them
Yeah.
and move them.
Yeah.
And the spleen will kind of fit in your palm-ish. And you just kind of keep... I keep doing this motion if you're
Like
here
a
on YouTube.
scooping
Like a
motion.
scooping motion.
Yeah, like
and
an ice cream scoop.
You just keep moving that spleen medially or towards the middle, and you break up those attachments and you keep pushing it towards yourself, and then you take some laps, you shove it under the spleen, so now it's looking at you, as we call it. And the most important part about the spleen is not taking little bits of other things around it with it.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be what?
Stomach.
And
Pancreas.
good job.
Thank you. I went to medical school.
Look at you.
I was a head anatomy TA.
Look at you.
know these things.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm like nervous, itching my nose. I'm so
Because you think
proud.
that's hot. You think it's hot that I know anatomy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little
Welcome
bit.
to our marriage.
Yeah. That's so weird. Our marriage is so weird. So, yeah. So, and different surgeons will do it different ways. Like,
Yeah.
they'll either isolate each of the things in the hilum in
Yeah.
order to ligate them separately. Sometimes, and a lot of times I'll do this. You just grab a stapler and you fire across the whole thing. You
Fire
love,
the stapler.
You love firing the
Love
stapler.
firing a
Love
stapler.
firing a stapler.
Yeah.
What I was taught, and I think this, I think it's a good way of thinking too. If you accidentally fire across the stomach or you accidentally fire across the pancreas, like maybe it will at least be stabled instead of boved across, right? Like in my mind, that kind of makes sense. But really freeing up that part is the hardest I think.
Part,
making sure you're not taking a little stomach or a little pancreas afterwards.
That seems high stress.
It's not.
Thank you for doing what you do, though.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. It's really, that first part is always the scariest because you open up the belly and the patient tanks usually. And that's the
scary
the
part.
Important part. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. It is cool.
It is cool. It's very cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
And this week, in the case that I did, which again, we're not going to say what I did, but like, I a lot of times I'll shake their hands.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, I'll shake their hand and be like, nice job, doctor. Yeah. And I told them, you saved a life.
The residents, you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
cool.
Like, good
job. For you.
Yeah.
They need that positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right, that's 1 for 1.
All right, 1 for 1.
Okay.
Now what?
I don't know. Do you want to ask me 1 for 1, or do we need to move on?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're supposed to both go, right?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Okay, I'm getting my timer.
Okay, get your timer. I don't know how I'm going to summarize my week.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I know.
Right.
But
Ready?
It's good. It's good exercise.
Set, go.
Okay. So I've worked 2 shifts this week, the 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift, which is such a weird shift. It's like in between a day shift and a night shift. Doesn't make much sense. Then on the days in between that, I got a lot of stuff done around the house. I replaced all of the pine straw. I got new ferns. We watered the plants. I got all the stuff in the backyard kind of fixed up there. I got some reading done this week, reading my Rome book and my discipleship book, and got to go to Tinsley's art show, which was a lot of fun. Bought some fine art there, and had some good old food truck food. So yeah, that was my week. How did I do?
45
seconds. See, it's not hard.
You're so verbose.
I am verbose, but that's me. I like a little more verbosity.
Verbosity?
Verbosity.
Ooh, that would be good in crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay would be a great word, but it's too many. Is it? No, it's not too many letters. You could get it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But welcome to a little insight on our TED Talk practice sessions.
Yeah.
About your verbosity.
I'm verbose. I'm a verbose.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like that word. Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Tell me the staff at the 4P to 2A time.
Ooh, yeah.
Is it, because like, the OR crew, day OR crew is way different than night OR crew.
Yeah.
And like, ICU in the day is way different than night.
Yeah.
It's just different.
It is. It's very different.
And it's fun as the people switching between that, like, I mean, it's not good for your body or your health, but it's fun to like see the differences. Yeah. So the 4P to 2A crew in the ER or radiology or whoever, what is that like?
Are you talking about for doctors? For like
no, just for I don't know. Whatever.
So like, there's a night so we're the only people. The doctors are the only people who work a 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift. So you're kind of like all the other staff. There's staff that goes off at 7 p.m. and then comes on at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because the night shift crew, when they come on, they are blazing. They are getting the patients back. They're getting them into the rooms, everything, whatever, because they are trying to set themselves up for like after like a 2 a.m. or a 3 a.m.
Yeah.
We want it like chill.
Yeah.
Like we're going to have a good night tonight, people. Uh-huh. We're not doing this thing where the waiting room's crowded the entire night. Like we're going to clear it out now, get the work done.
Okay.
And so that is definitely the mindset that goes on at that time. Yeah, which I appreciate. It is kind of nice.
That's good for everybody.
It's good for everybody because then that hopefully allows me to get out a little bit early, as opposed to having to stay all the way until 2 a.m. So, yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, that shift is just miserable though because it's like, you get home and you go to sleep and then it's like, okay, well, I got to wake up at like 6 something to go with the kids to school. And then it's like you come home and you're like, okay, well, I got like 4-ish, 5 hours of sleep. Like, do I try to go back to sleep? Do I just stay up the rest of the day?
I feel like this podcast, if it wasn't called Coffee Walk MD, it would be called My Sleeping Habits Suck.
Yes, 100%. We do,
In dual parent emergency medicine trauma surgeon
Yeah.
household. I don't know
It's-
how else to like.
You're
I
exactly
feel like
right.
I feel like we complain about it,
Yeah.
not infrequently.
Yeah, we
but
don't.
it's our
Yeah.
life.
It's our life. Sleep.
Yeah.
When we get it, we love it. Many times we don't get it though.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
On to the mailbox.
Mailbox.
Mail time.
Mail time.
All right. So in the listener
Comments.
comments, which we would love. We love the comments.
We love them.
Please keep them coming because we
Yeah.
want to talk more about them on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And, give you a shout out. So
Yeah.
in this, somebody asked about Knox because if you don't know, Brittany and I are both fighting Texas Aggies.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M. I'm class of 06. She's class of 07. She was a big deal at Texas A&M.
You were a big deal.
Yeah, we did lots of amazing things there.
Yep.
We had our child, our son, Knox,
We were very involved.
very involved.
Yeah.
Our son from the hospital came home in an Aggie onesie,
Yeah.
an Aggie pacifier, an Aggie beanie, Aggie socks,
Aggie
everything
newborn
Aggie,
pictures.
everything.
Yeah.
And now, our son, if you don't know Aggies, our son is now the biggest fan of the biggest enemy that we have, which
That
is
our entire fight song
is all about beating.
is opposed to beat. Like it's
Yeah.
about beating this university.
Yeah, which is what we like to describe as little t, little u,
To you.
TU, or the University of Texas.
University of
Which,
Texas.
like, I trained at a University of Texas program. You
I
did too.
trained at the University of
But
Texas.
we can
in
still loathe
Austin.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so somehow he became the world's biggest Longhorn fan.
Yes.
And
It's not somehow.
we know
There's a
how.
reason.
It's me.
Yes.
Yeah. And so
His defiance of you
defiance
is the
of me.
reason why
That's exactly
he loves
right.
it.
So, long story short, at one point in time we lived in Austin.
Because I was in residency,
Brittany was in
at the
residency
University
there.
of Texas
Yeah.
at Austin.
And Knox was in his very formative years. He's like 3.5, 4, which if you know this age, it's like nothing but questions
Yep.
all the time and super observant and like,
Especially that kid.
that kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just a sponge. And so I would drive him to and from his school every day. And every single day, because we are in Austin and it's the land of the Longhorns, there are these Longhorn decals of just a Longhorn logo on basically every single car.
Mm-hmm.
And every single day he would ask me, Dad, what is that on the back of that car? And I would, every single day I'd say, oh, it's nothing. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I wasn't getting it. Like, let's talk world peace. Let's talk, famine. Let's talk
Organic
whatever.
chemistry.
Organic chemistry. But I'm not talking
Yeah.
about the Longhorns,
Yeah.
right? And so finally, like one day, I just got tired. He asked it every single day. And finally, one day, I just said, buddy, that's the enemy.
I think this was on a family walk, by the way.
Oh, was it?
I think it was on the curb. Remember, like in the driveway,
Yes.
they would have little, like you could
Yes,
pay.
you could pay to have
for
we
like
had
a
an
little
A&M
decal.
one, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. I
Yeah,
remember that.
and I think
Yeah.
it was on that family walk.
Yeah.
because I was there.
Yeah. And I go, buddy, that's the enemy. And he goes, the enemy? I like the enemy. And we were like, no. Like, you're not supposed to like the enemy. You
Right.
like A&M. Like, that's who we like.
And for most things, for a 4 or
Yeah.
5-year-old boy,
Yeah.
things are going to be fleeting.
Yeah.
Right? We love Hot Wheels and then we're over Hot Wheels. We
Yeah.
love monster trucks and then we're over monster trucks. And so, whatever, fine.
Yeah.
I love the enemy. Okay, sure.
Whatever. Now we fast forward like a few months. Now it's Christmas time. And we asked him, Knox, like, what do you want for Christmas? This little dude says, I want a Longhorn hat, I want a Longhorn shirt, and I want a Longhorn flag to put up in my room. And Brittany and I looked at each other, and we looked at him, and we said, not in this house. Absolutely not. Fast forward a couple more days, we go to the mall to go see Santa, as you do. And this little kid goes and he sits on Santa's lap. And guess what he asks Santa for Christmas? He asks Santa for a Longhorn hat, a Longhorn shirt, and a Longhorn flag. And now Brittany and I
We're
are
stuck.
stuck.
Yep.
And you can, like, if you have kids or whatever, we're about to talk a little bit about Santa here so you can, like, get them out of the room. But yeah, we had a multi-hour conversation about, like, does Santa bring Longhorn stuff to our house? Or do we like dash our son's hopes about Santa because Santa doesn't bring
And
Longhorn stuff
effectively
to
show
our
him
house?
that Santa isn't real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so what happened Christmas morning? What did he get?
A lot of burnt orange.
A lot of burnt orange, and he's gotten a lot of burnt orange ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah, and
Every
it is
year.
every year, and now his entire room is like basically filled with all sorts of things. Brittany has you have gotten some amazing things for him.
Yeah.
through your contacts.
Well, not even just from my contacts,
Yeah.
from my social media platforms where
Yeah.
I post and he's not just like a Longhorn,
Yeah.
like bandwagon fan.
No.
That kid lives and breathes by
Yeah.
the University of Texas. And
Yeah.
so
He can tell you the stats of the women's volleyball team.
correct.
Like that's how much.
like men's and women's athletic
everything.
things,
Yeah.
their history, their
How many
like
times? What national champions they won? Like what
does it
years?
softball,
Yeah.
swimming,
golf,
whatever,
everything.
He knows all of it.
Yeah.
Which again, how I don't know.
I don't know.
But so when Texas got into the national championship a couple of years ago, I was filming him unbeknownst to him, and he literally teared up.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah.
preteen boy,
Yeah.
just tears of pure happiness.
Yeah.
And so I had posted it, and the athletic director of the University of Texas Athletics
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah. Shout out to Cristo Conte.
Yeah, shout out to him,
Yeah.
and retweeted it and commented on it. The president of the entire university also said, we need to get this kid to the University of Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can we screenshot that? I actually, as a mom,
Yeah.
I screenshot it and
Good.
saved it.
Yeah.
So that
Put
he
it
can
in
put
his
it in his
application.
application
Heck yeah.
someday. And the athletic director then sent him an entire box.
Yeah.
An entire box of items.
Official UT football swag.
Yes.
Shoes, the Nike shoes that they wear.
Wrote him
Yeah.
a note, sent him all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
which we all have hanging in his room now.
Yeah.
He was interviewed by a news station
Yeah.
in Austin.
That's a fun interview.
Anyway, he loves this school
Yeah.
with his whole heart,
Yeah.
and
We support his love. We support his passion.
we support him.
And if he ever went to that school, we would absolutely wear.
I would be elated
we
for
would,
him.
We would visit him, and we would wear things that he wanted
And
us to
that's
wear.
the thing, I think.
Yeah.
We like when we were at Texas A&M, we were all in, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh yeah, we hate TU,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And I think as time goes on, and as a parent and as a human, you just realize like life is bigger than that, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't.
That's right.
I mean, the last thing the world needs is more hatred.
That's exactly
Let's
right.
be honest.
Yeah.
And what the world does need is support of their children, first
Yeah.
of all, and also support of higher education that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Is a
sorry,
great school.
but UT is a phenomenal
It is.
school.
Yeah.
And so it just would be so dumb for us to not
Yeah.
support that.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
so yeah.
Yeah. Although it it gets me still.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't get me,
It's like,
honestly.
I mean, just every once in a while I'm like, oh, because I think because I would love to be able to root for the same team. I think that's the thing. Like, like when we're watching football games and stuff together, like
Yeah.
I would love to be able to like have a common male.
He will never root for the same team
Not
as
as
you.
me. No.
Never.
Never. I've tried
Literally
with all
never.
of my teams and
Yeah.
none of them. Yep. But it's okay because I love him and we have other things
you
that
know
we
what?
can do. What?
He roots for the United States.
He roots. Oh, high
In the
five.
Olympics.
Yes. At least. Yeah, that's
We
true.
have that.
He almost rooted for Canada.
I know. But he does root for the
He
United
roots
States.
for the United States.
So you have the
Yeah.
Olympics.
We have the Olympics. Okay, so that just means we got to go to the Olympics every 4 years, every
every
2
2.
years. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad we solved that. Look at that coffee walk.
I know.
Solving our problems for us once
Oh, yeah.
again.
It's not really a problem.
It's not a problem. I know.
No.
I'm being facetious. All right. Well, we are done with this episode of Coffee Walk MD.
We are.
Hopefully, this one saves. If so, we will see you on this episode.
And if not, we're never doing
We're
this.
never doing this again. Please make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you get podcasts, whether that's Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube. We are on the social medias. We're at I always like to add an S to that. I'm at Brian Kendall MD. She is at Brittany Bankhead. Nope, at B Bankhead MD.
Yep.
And then we are at Coffee Walk MD, wherever you get your social media
Yep.
fix.
Ooh,
Yeah,
fix.
a fix. Oh yeah,
It's like an addiction.
Yeah.
A hit.
It's definitely. All right. And we will see you next week on Coffee Walk MD, your cure
for boring conversation.